So our exam one will be this Friday. Sometime we usually have a class. Our example will be here. Which room number is this? 305. 345. So it will cover chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 2, sorry, chapter 2, 3, and 4. After the last one which we are doing today. So the one which we are doing on Friday will be chapter 5. On Wednesday will be chapter 5, which will not be in our exam. So we will do.
Sorry, do we get to use our notes or anything?
No.
Notes. So what you do, you bring a 1 page. I can allow you 1 page. You usually call it cheat sheet. Yeah, that's fine. This only with this page, 1 page, not both sides. One side. Okay. So, but you make sure you do what? Revise on the examples that we have done. You also revise on the quiz that we have done, and also the home. Okay. So try to get 100 example, because as you progress, you might not get 100. So try to get 100. So exam 1 should be very easy, because this chapter 2, 3, and 4 actually is the ones which will do 5, 6, 7, 8, and 11. So make sure you try to get 100. I will try to set very simple questions. I will try. But it will be simple actually. So this exam is just 50 minutes. So the best thing to do is, if I were you, I will not come with a cheat sheet. I'll just make sure I do it. Because once you have a cheat sheet somewhere, then I don't think you can solve any question. That's what I usually know. So once you read and then you understand everything, so when you come to class, it will be so easy to do it. And you will actually do it in the 50 minutes that you need. But once you refer, looking back and forth, then you will waste time. But anyway, you come with one page. You're not so confident because I want you guys to get 100. Okay. All right. So we will review on Wednesday what we might expect in exam 1. Okay. So we'll see on Wednesday. Okay. So in section 4.3. Section 4.3 is just like section 4.2b, which is just the application of linear system. In this case, we're going to check the applications on maybe economics or finances. So please do not forget the exam is on Friday. The exam is on Friday. Okay, let's do some few examples on this section 4.3. Section 4.3. So where were we? Let's finish that. You can read for us. Okay, you can read for us. Number 1.
Graduates college total of $43,000 in student loans. The interest rate on the federal loans is 4.5%, and the rate on private bank loans is 2%. The total interest she owes for 1 year is $1,580. What is the amount of each loan?
You guys borrow loan for your school? You borrow loan, right? Yeah. So before you graduate, is that the amount that before you graduate, that is the amount that you're going to pay or more, depending on the program, right? So if you're doing pharmacy or something, you'll pay more than 100,000 or what for the loan. So anyway, so if you borrow the loan, of course, there is an interest on the loan. So there is certain interest that you get from either borrowing from the bank or from the federal something, or the state. So if you want to solve such a problem, so what you do is, first of all, you read it very carefully. So you will expect like 3 questions or 2 questions on such a problem, either 2 or maybe 2. So you read, and then the next one, you identify what they are looking for. So in this case, what they are looking for is the amount of what? Amount of each loan.
I'm just getting into that 4.3. Do you have any extras?
I don't think I have what did you do?
I didn't get one.
Oh, you don't get one?
No.
Who are the names? Any actors over there? All right. Printed a lot of it. You can share. So you read the question and then you identify what they are looking for. So in this case, they're looking for the amount of each loan. Then you can use any letters for either the federal loan or the bank. So we can say for the federal loan, we can say we let F to be for the what? Federal loan. Then for the bank, we can put it as a what? B for the bank. So it says, when she graduates college, Linda will owe 43,000 in students' loan. So this 43,000 will be federal and what? And bank, right? So that means the first system will be F plus B equals to what? 43,000. F plus B equals. So that is the amount of loan from the bank and from the federal. Then there is an interest on each of those loans. And the total interest she owes for 1 year is what? 1580 what? 85. 1585. So of course there is an interest for the federal loan, which is what? 4%, right? 4.5%. So it means it is 4.5, and percentage is always over what? 100. F plus the other one is 2%, 2 all over 100. B equals to what? 1585. Equals. Together. So make sure again, do not forget this percentage. Percentage is all over 100. So we now form a what? A system. So this is a system. So that is a system. Now we need to get the values of F and B. We need to get the values of F and B. So the first one is F plus B equals 4300. We need to simplify the next one. So we can multiply both sides by what? 100, right? To remove this 100 here. So we can multiply this by 100. So what we do here, we do it over here. Multiply by 100. So what we get is 4.5F plus 2B equals to what? 1585 100. 1585 100. So what can we do? We can use the what? We can use elimination, or we can use substitution. So which one is simpler? You look at which one is simpler. Substitution. So we can use the one substitution. We can just check this one. So we can say this is equation number 1. This one is equation number 2. So we can formulate equation number 3, which we can take F equals to 43 minus what? Minus B. And we can name this as equation number 3. We can name that as equation number 3. Then substitute 3 into what? Into 2. So you don't take 3 to 1. You just take 3 to what? To 2. So where there is F, you put for the 300 minus what? Minus B. So 4.5 multiplied by 43 and 1000 minus B plus 2B equals to 1585 100. 1585. Now, once you open that bracket, what do you get? So 4.5 multiplied by 43,
193.
you get 193, 500, right? Right? And then minus 4.5b plus 2b equals 15,800. And then we collect the like terms, and then we take this one to the other side. So minus 45 minus 4.5b plus 2b is what? Is minus 2.5b equals to 15,800 minus 19,300. So what do you get there? 15,800 minus 19,300 is what? So minus 2.5b equals to, you get minus 35. See 3,500. 3,500. 3,500, right? Now you do what? Divide. So our B will be equals to 3,500 divided by 2.5 is what? 14,000. Get 14,000. 14,000. Again, do not forget the units. So these are in what? In dollars. Yep. So these are in dollars. Now, after getting now the B, what is our F? So we now take this one. We can take this one as equation number 4. Now we take this one to what? To equation number 3. So our F equals to 43,000 minus 14,000. What is our F? 29 what? 29,000 US dollars. US dollars. So that is how. Anyway. Okay, since number 2 is just similar to number 1, then we can look at number 3. Someone to read for us number 3. Where were we? We were here. Yep.
Allison needs 15 liters and a 5% saline solution. She has a 1% solution and a 10% solution available. How many liters of 1% solution and how many liters of 10% solution should she mix with 5% solution?
Okay. So how should we solve it? So first of all, you do what? You read. The second one, you identify what they are looking for. So in this case, says how many liters of 1% solution and how many liters of 10% solution should she mix to make 5% solution? How many liters of 1% she mix to make 5% solution? So we have the one for 1%. So we can say solution here. So we have the one for 1% solution. We can say 1%, yeah, solution. And then we have the one for 10%. 10% solution. 10% solution. So we can say the 1% solution is X liters. And then the 10% solution is Y liters. So we can say the X is the one for 1%, and the one for 10% is 1. So here we have how many liters? 18 liters of 5% saline solution. So actually, when you mix 1% and 10%, you get a what? 5%. So therefore, the total here will be now x plus y equals to what? 18, right? Equals to 18. So the 1% plus the 10%, you get 5%, which is 18. Now, the mixture there is, there is a 1% solution and there is a 10% solution, and she mixed to make 5% solution. She mixes to find the 5% solution. Therefore, our next will be what? It is 1% by this one, by x, and y plus 10% for y is equals to 5% of what? Of 18, right? So therefore, it is 0, let's say 1%, 1 over 100, times x plus 10 over 100 times y equals to 18 times what? 5 over 1. Yeah, that is a 1. 1, which is this 1% of x. So we have the two the two linear equations here. So therefore, we can simplify by multiplying both sides by 100, and this 100 will actually cancel. So we get x plus y equals to 18, and then x plus 10y equals to what? 18 by 5 is what? 18 by 5 is 90, right? 90. So we have already formed. Now we can solve x and y. So what method is simple? We can do it. Eliminate. We can eliminate. So we can say equation number 1 minus, or we can say equation number 2 minus equation number 1. So we subtract. So we eliminate this. So 10y minus y is what? 9y equals to 90 minus 18 is what? What is 90 minus 18? 7. So our y is equals to 8. Our y is equals to 8. So our 10% solution will be 8 liters. 8 liters. About our 1% solution, so it will be x plus 9 equals to 18. So our x will of course be what? 10. Huh? 8. 10 liters. So our x will be 10 liters. And this one is what? This one is the one for 1% solution. 1% solution. Any question? Okay. Now, since question number 4 is just similar to question number 3, then we can do question number 5. Question number, no, even question number 5 is just similar to question number 2. Question number 1 also. So we can actually do question number 6. Question number 6.
Brandon has a cup of quarters and dimes with a total value of $3.08. The number of quarters is four less than twice the number of dimes. How many quarters and how many dimes does Brandon have?
So you guys should know this. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything to do with US dollars. We use shillings. So quarters are what? 25, right? And then dimes are 10 cents. The other one is 25 cents, something like that. Oh, okay. So we can try do this. Okay, so Brandon has a cup of quarters and dimes with a total value of $3.8. Okay, so the question is how many quarters and dimes does Brandon have? So the question is how many dimes and quarters are there? So we can let quarters to be what? Q, and then dimes to be D. Okay. And it says Brandon has a cup of quarters and dimes with a total value of 3.8. Okay. The number of quarters is 4, less than twice the number of dimes. So what can we say there? So we can say quarters equals to what? Equals to what? So the number of quarters, so that statement there, the number of quarters is 4 less than twice the number of dimes. So it will be what? 2D minus what? Minus 4. 2D minus 4. Are we together? 2D minus 4. And then we know that for it to change it to, for it to be a total value of 3.80, then we actually multiply by the number of what? So if it is quarters, it is what? 0.25, right? And then if it is the other one, it is 0.1, right? 0.1. So therefore, the total value is 3.80. So that means you say for the quarters is 0.25 multiplied by what? Q plus 0.1 multiplied by D equals to what? Equals to 3.8. Is that clear? So we now have this is that. Now, since you have already been given the Q here, then you just do the substitution. They just do a substitution. So you say 0.25 multiplied by 2D minus 4 plus 0.1D equals 3.8. So once you open this bracket, you get 0.5D minus 1 plus 0.1D equals 3.8. Equals 3.8. You collect the like terms. So when you collect this and this, you get 0.6D equals to, you take this one to the other side, you get what? Plus 4.8. 4.8. So what are the number of dimes there? There will be what? 8. So the number of dimes there, 8. So you have 8. So what will be the number of quarters? So you just take this one to equation number 1 there. So our quarters equals to 2 multiplied by 8 minus 4, which is equals to 16 minus 4, which is equals to 12. So the number of quarters.
Like for dimes, and those two for 1 divided by 0.6. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Question number 7 is just similar to question number 1. Question number 8. We can try question number 8. Question number 8.
All right, so Sherry saves nickels and dimes at 21st for her daughter. The total value of the coins in the first is 0.95 cents. The number of nickels is 2 less than 5 times the number of dimes. How many nickels, how many dimes are in the first?
Yeah, it's just similar, right? So you need to know what nickels are. So nickels are what? You guys, you should know this.
5 cents.
Which is 0.05, right? 0.05. And the other one is dimes. Dimes, we say it is 0.01. So nickels are 5 cents. And the other one is 10 cents. Okay, so it says, so make sure you read. So it says how many nickels and how many dimes are in the coin box. So the first statement there is the number of nickels is, so we can say this one is N and then this one is D. So the number of nickels N is equals to 2 less than 5 times the number of dimes. So 5D minus what? And of course, the other one would now be 0.05 N plus 0.1D equals to what? 0.95. 0.95. So you form a system. So this is 1, this is 2. We just do what? Substitution. So 0.05 multiplied by 5D minus 2 plus 0.1D equals to 0.95. So once we open that bracket, this and this, you get a 0.25D minus 0.1 plus 0.1D equals to 0.95. So collect like terms, you get 0.35D equals to 1.05. Since you take this one to the other side. So our D equals to what? You divide. You get what? 1.05 divided by 0.35. You get 3. So you take this one as equation number 3. You take this to equation number 1. So N equals to 5 times 3 minus 2 equals to 15 minus 2, which is equals to what? 13. So those are the number of nickels. Any question? Okay, so that's number 8, number 9. Number 9 is just similar thing. Number 10 is just like number done for solution. Number 11 is also the one for solution, but this one is alcohol. Number 12 is just similar to number 1. And number 13, just similar to also number 1. But we can do number 12 and number 13. Number 12. You can do 12.
You are invested 3,500 in 2 accounts. One account paid 5% interest and the other paid 7.5 interest. Sharing 6% interest on the total investment. How much money did you put in each account?
Okay, so it's just similar to number 1, but this one is more of deposits, right? So Kiara invested 3,500 into 2 accounts. One account paid 5% interest, and the other one paid 7.5 interest. She earned 6% interest on the total investment. How much money did she put in each account? So the question is, how much money did she put in each account? In each account. How much money she put in each account? Okay, so we can say we can use the accounts. So we can say account 1 X to be what? The one which is earning what? 5%, and account Y is the one which is earning 7.5%. The one which is earning 7.5%. Then it says she earned 6% interest on the total investment. So therefore, the total investment are what? 3,500. So X plus Y equals to what? 3,500. So that is the first statement. Now, the next one is now earning 5% and 7% and 6% of the total investment. So therefore, 5 over 100 times what? X plus 7.5 over 100 times Y equals to 6 over 100 times what? 3,500 of the total investment. Are we okay up to that? So our equation will now be X plus Y equals to 3,500. And then this one you multiply by 100, and you still get 5X plus 7.5Y equals to 3,500 by 6 is what? 3,500 by 6. What do you get? 2 what? 21? 2100. 2100. 6,100. 1,000. Then from there, you can use substitution, right? So you can take this as equation number 1, equation number 2. Equation number 3 is X equals to 3,500 minus Y. Equation number 3. Then you do the substitution. Any question? Okay, so I think the remaining ones you can actually the solutions are in Moodle, so you can check that. Okay, so let's see what you guys are doing in the last week. So if you not submitted, you can bring them. You can bring it right now, or you want to bring it on Wednesday, so you can bring it on Wednesday.
We want to turn in the handout 4.2 or something.
Did you finish it?
Finish it now, but I don't know.
You have the 4.2?
Yeah.
Oh, this, what do you mean?
Handout from Friday, it's just notes.
Yeah, they are in
Yeah,
the,
cool.
yeah, they are there. Oh, you mean those are just the notes? Those are just notes. You don't have to solve them. The solutions are included, so you can get a solution. Yeah. Okay, so solve the system of equations. If you're told to use, like the second one was actually so easy.
So,
Equals to 1, and then 3/4x minus y equals to 1/2. So the question is by use of elimination. So please do not confuse elimination and substitution. So in your cheat sheet, try to write what elimination is and what substitution is. Okay. So what elimination is and what substitution is. So I will not give you a question on graph. So do not expect any question. So
No graph.
no graphing. So no graphing. You just get either elimination or substitution. So such a question, what do you do? If you're told to use the elimination, what do you do here? So you see the one which you can actually eliminate. And the one which you can eliminate easily is the what? The y, right? By multiplying both sides by this one and this one by what? 1/2. So once you, since this, when you multiply by 1, you still get the same thing. Then the next one, when you multiply by 1/2, you get 3/8x minus 1/2y equals what? 1/4. Now, what do you do to eliminate y? You do what? You subtract, right? You subtract this. So when you subtract, because minus 1/2y minus 1/2y, you get what? Minus 1/2y plus 1/2y, which is what? 0. So 1/3. So 1/3 minus 3/8. What do you get? This is 24. This and this is what? 8. Minus this and this is 3 and 9. So 8 minus 9 is minus 1/24x equals to what? Since this one is 0, 1 minus 1/4 is what? 3/4. You multiply both sides by minus 24/1. So you get x equals to 3/4, same as minus 24/1. And this one you get what? This and this is minus 18. So our x is minus 18. Easily like that. Then you just take this one back to equation number 1. So our x is minus 18. So 1/3 times minus 18 minus 1/2y equals to 1. Once you cancel this and this, you get minus 6 minus 1/2y equals to 1. This is similar to you take minus 6 to the other side, minus 1/2y equals to 7, right? Since you take minus 6 to the other side. So when you multiply both sides by 2 or -2/1, you get y equals to what? -14. And our system will be minus 18 and minus 14. Minus 18 and minus 14. It was just easy. very easy. So such a similar question you might get it in your exam. Okay, and the other one was just about the rates, and you formulate the equation, and then you get the question is like, how long will it take for Lenora to catch up to Shane? So once you formulate the equation, then you are able now to solve. Okay, any question? If you don't have any question, then we can meet on Wednesday.
Yeah. Just really quick. So the same as number one, right? But what else? Trying to my notes. I don't think I did it properly. Just trying to figure out. So that's what that you have here, X plus Y times time. But I couldn't figure out how we figured out what X and Y was. I just did it the long hand way, where you just divide them by 2 and then subtract that and then divide that by 2. To get to the
So it says, so it lasts about a little 2 hours,
Mhm.
but it took 4.5 hours to return. So it's going 2 hours and coming back 2 hours.
4.5 hours.
Yes, so that means the distance are the same,
Mhm.
right?
So it's 18.
Yes.
And so then
So
our time.
find the rate. So it's saying find the rate.
Mhm.
The rate is the what? The speed.
Yep.
And we know the speed is what?
X plus Y.
The speed is distance followed by what? Time.
Time, yeah.
Yeah.
Equals rate, yep.
Yes. So okay. Maybe you can
We should go.
Yeah.
You have the time? I don't want to keep it.
Let me log